Welcome to the first ever Yankees Tribune series recap. I'm your host, John. So today we're going to go over opening weekend series against the Boston Red Sox. So let's kick it off with opening day where I was in attendance. As you can see, I got the opening day voucher. I think it's pretty sick. Definitely going to be framing it, putting it in my room soon. But let's talk about Garrett Cole's start. So Garrett Cole came out pretty shaky in the first inning. He allowed 3 runs in that first inning. But then he did settle down. He pitched, his final line was 4 innings pitched, 4 hits allowed, 3 runs, which all came in the first, 1 walk and 3 strikeouts. He did give up the home run to Devers on the second batter of the game. And Cole did use an excuse of that the game took too long to start before he made his outing. So that was the reason why he didn't pitch great in the first inning. I don't know. It sounds a little, I'm not a fan of that, but he did settle down after that, pitched a pretty solid game, gave us a chance to win. And then in the bottom of the first inning, after we were down 3-0 to start it, you got Anthony Rizzo with his first home run of the season, a 2-run blast that cut the lead to 3-2. Rizzo's been hot to start off the year, but we'll talk about that later. In this game, he went 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs, a walk. And then later on in the 4th inning, Giancarlo Stanton with a bullet home run to tie the game up at 3. They showed the launch angle on this homer was 15 degrees. That's just as straight as you can get, man. That was just a bomb to right. But the game was tied up at 4. And then after the 4th inning, the Yankees went over to the bullpen. We put in Chad Green to start the 5th. He gave up a hit, but got out of it. No earned runs. The game was tied for that whole time up until Clay Holmes came in the 5th, and he did give up an earned run. He gave 3.2 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. So it wasn't the best outing for him, but he did get kind of unlucky with the infield in. Definitely would have been an out if they were back, but the run probably still would have scored anyway. Miguel Castro came in for his Yankees debut. He walked a batter, then got a strikeout to get out of the bases loaded jam. Johnny Pasta, 1 1/3 innings with a strikeout. Wandy with 0.2, 2/3 of an inning with a strikeout. And then Chapman with a very solid inning as well. But back into the bottom of the 8th inning, DJ LeMahieu tied the game in the 8th. A very clutch homer to tie the game up at 4 in the 8th. And then that helped continue to bring us to the extra innings where opening day got some free baseball. Then Michael King pitched the top of the 10th inning against the Red Sox. Xander Bogaerts did get a base hit off of him to cash in the ghost runner at second base and put the Red Sox up in the lead 5-4. But then heading to the bottom of the 10th inning, the Yankees had the bases loaded for pinch hitter Gleyber Torres, who was hitting for Kyle Higashioka. And he managed to come through with a sac fly to tie the game up at 5. Now in the top of the 11th, Michael King was disgusting. He punched out 2 batters, got the ground out to shortstop, got out of the jam. And then, as everybody knows, in the bottom half of the 11th inning, Josh Johnson with the walk-off single. Awesome way to start off the season. Great game all around. Okay, so let's get to game 2. So game 2 was Luis Severino's first start since 2019 in the playoffs against Garrett Cole and the Astros. So Severino had a great first inning. He had a punch out of Devers. He had a very good first inning. Second inning wasn't really his fault. There was some bad defensive plays by IKF, which they didn't count an error. And then there was also ones like when Joey Gallo overdove the ball and left. They didn't count those as errors. And then obviously the IKF one led to the Verdugo homer to put them up 2-0 in the top of the second inning. The Yankees bats had a pretty rough day at the plate. A lot of hard hit balls that just kind of found Red Sox defenders. Aaron Judge had a huge bomb to center field. It would have looked like it would have been right off the top of the wall in center field, but Kike Hernandez made a great play to catch it. I know Stanton had a bullet to third that Devers smothered, got the out. But after Severino came out of the game with his final line score being 3 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 5 Ks, the bullpen is so good. Ron Marinaccio with his major league debut. In his first inning, he walked the first batter he faced. Yes, there was some nerves, but then he had 2 punchies. Dude looked good. Some sick pitches. Miguel Castro came in, 1 inning, no hits, a walk. Lucas Licky gets the win, but 1 inning, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Then Green, 1 inning, no hits, a strikeout. Clay Holmes, an inning, no hits, a strikeout. Chapman with the save, an inning, no hits, no strikeouts. The bullpen went 6 no-hit innings this game. Bullpen is elite this year, guys. Like, they're really fun to watch. All these guys just coming in and dominant. These guys are dominant. But let's go back to the offense now. And Anthony Rizzo, once again, with a 2-run homer to tie the game in the 4th inning at 2. He's been hot. He's 2 2-run homers in back-to-back games to start off the season. And then following him up, you have Giancarlo Stanton with another bomb against the Boston Red Sox. His 6th straight game against Boston where he hit a home run. This one gave the Yankees the go-ahead lead. It was 4-2, and that remained the score the rest of the way. And like I said, with the bullpen, they were elite. Shut down, got us to win 4-2 in Game 2. Okay, and now to Game 3. That was the big night, nationally televised game. K-Rod show was first on. So let's start off. Monty started the game, got the ball for the first time in this year. He got hit with a comebacker, which I think was the reason for his shaky first inning. Because once again, he gave up 2 runs in the first, and then it was pretty much smooth sailing from there. He did give up another one in the 4th inning, but he went 3 1/3, 3 earned runs, 4 punchies. I mean, he looked pretty solid. Besides that first inning when he got hit with the ball on the comebacker, and then next up, Giancarlo Stanton just continues to kill the Red Sox. He had another 3-hit game with an RBI. He was just smoking the ball everywhere. They were showing that 6 out of his 8 balls put in play have been over 112 miles an hour. Dude's just a beast, crushing the ball, seeing it so well. He's locked in. You'll have to see it. This hot Stanton is one of the deadliest hitters in the league. Definitely got to be afraid of him, especially going into the Toronto series. And then Anthony Rizzo, once again, with a 2 RBI hit to tie the game up at 3 for the Yankees. He's got now 6 RBIs on the year, the 2 2-run home runs, the 2-run RBI single. He's just been locked in at the plate as well. It's great that he's kind of besides the 3rd game of the series, he splits the 2 big guys, Judge and Stanton, in the lineup. Provides a lot more balance, and he's looked great at the plate to start off the year. And also made some sick plays on defense. Coming in after Jordan Montgomery was Clark Schmidt making his season debut. Clark Schmidt did pitch pretty well. He went 2 2/3 innings, only 1 hit, which was a solo home run. Unfortunately, that was the go-ahead game-winning homer for Bobby Dalbec in the 6th inning. He still pitched a very good game, and so did the rest of the bullpen. Bullpen again, after Clark Schmidt was Lucas Licky. He won an inning, no hits. Johnny Pasta again, an inning, no hits. And then Wandy, an inning, no hits. The bullpen has been so locked down. The one blemish was the home run, but that doesn't contribute anything to how easily we could have won this game. We left 11 guys on base, and it's the same story as last year, at least for yesterday's game, that we're just missing that one big hit to really put games away. We had bases loaded a couple times. We had some good chances, good opportunities to score. Hicks had a bases loaded double play to bail the Red Sox out. We also, IKF with 2 guys on, struck out to end the inning. It was one hit, game could have changed like that. It was just a very frustrating loss. I was very upset over it. I mean, it's very winnable. You would have loved to end the series with a sweep, but it's unfortunate. But, we have a lot of good promise. Judge and Stanton combined for 5 hits yesterday. That's awesome. Donaldson didn't look good against Tanner Houck at all. Tanner Houck is pretty nasty. Can't lie. Dude's a beast. Once he gets a 3rd pitch, he's going to be filthy. And then again, just some bad luck, hard hit balls. DJ had one when he came up to pinch hit. Bullet caught. Donaldson had a couple hard ones caught. Just unfortunate, but that's baseball. Some good things about the series that I did like, though, was the base running looked very good. We were taking the extra bases. Donaldson was tagging up on fly balls to center field from first. Like, all around, we had some very good, like, wild pitches. We were taking the extra base, like, we were aggressive. We looked good, smart base running. I know when IKF in game 3 got the double, he was on second base. Trevino hit a low line drive right over the shortstop, Bogarts, but IKF, didn't get to third because he would rather stay safe at second. It was like a good base running all around, like a smart IQ, good IQ base running for them. IKF has been struggling to start off his Yankees career. He's made a couple bad plays in the infield. He's supposed to be a Gold Glove caliber shortstop. He's been struggling a little bit in the field, but I think it's just nerves. Opening day, Boston, Yankees, it's high energy games. I just think his nerves overcame him this series, but I'm looking forward to seeing how he plays against Toronto. Hopefully plays a little bit better on defense. Hopefully slaps the ball around, gets some base hits. And then finally, Alex Verdugo was the biggest pain in my side this whole series. Diving plays, home runs, base hits. I'm very happy this series is over with, so we don't have to face him anymore. But man, that guy killed us this series. Thankfully, we did win the series. We took 2 out of the 3, and that's very good to start the season. If I had to give an MVP out for this series, I have a 3-way tie for MVP. Obviously, you could go. I'm going to go Rizzo for the 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. I'm going to go Stanton for the huge home runs in game 1 and 2, the 3 hits in game 3. He's been a beast. This one would be the top of the list for me for MVP. The bullpen. The bullpen was so good this series. So good. They only allowed 2 earned runs in I believe it was 17 and 2/3 innings, like almost 18 innings, and only 2 earned runs by the Clark Schmidt homer he gave up and the Clay Holmes RBI single through the infield in. Like, the bullpen's been so good, so good this series, and I'm looking forward to more of them, especially going to this Toronto series now against a very, very good lineup. Not saying that the Red Sox aren't a very good lineup. They do have a really good lineup. But obviously, as we see, the Blue Jays, they just put up 20 runs in 3 games against Texas. It's going to be a tough series, but I'm looking forward to it. So now let's go talk about the Blue Jays series preview. So Monday night, we have Jameson Taillon getting the mound for first start against Alek Manoah. Tuesday, we have Nestor Cortez versus Yusei Kikuchi. And then Wednesday, you might want to put a star next to this one. Garrett Cole versus Jose Barrios. And then Thursday, Luis Severino versus Kevin Gausman. Yeah, it's going to be a very, very interesting series. Blue Jays are a fun, exciting, young team versus the Yankees, who I think are very underrated. They are a very good team. And I think the keys to winning the series is we just need that one big hit. Put games away. Stop making them close. Because if the bullpen is hot, they're going to keep you in the game regardless. The offense just needs to click and put up runs so the bullpen could breathe a little bit, have some room to play with. But they've been so good. I'm not worried about them at all. But we do need to find a way to slow down Vlad Guerrero Jr. That man is a beast. He's already started off so hot. We just got to find a way to slow him down in the rest of the lineup. And I think we'll be straight as long as we get some big hits. But this series has been fun. The Yankees took 2 out of 3. And now we're looking for a 4-game series against Toronto, which it could be a great series as well. I'm looking very forward to it. Be on the lookout for another series recap after that series, potentially coming out on Friday. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let's go Yankees.